good? What's good? What's good? Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Hey, listen, to everybody who's going to work, getting off work, maybe at work, this is for you. This is for the working people of America who are stretching their pockets thin, just trying to find some gasoline, man. I seen a dude on the corner selling baggies of it. Anyways, yeah, so all the people going to work, at work, coming home from work, I don't know how you think life is going. You think we were meant as humans to just job? Really? Just job then egg? Is that what you think? Was our whole thing for humanity? To job then egg? You got a job for the egg? You know? I don't think so, man. I think we were meant for more. But that's just me. And I'm pushing for a better way, cause I like to say... Yeah, that's what I like to say. Go check out Phil Harmonic. Check him out, okay? That's your homework. All right, there's a lot to get to. The president is even stupider than we thought. Absolute moron. The Epstein files, there's a huge... I don't know if it's a conspiracy or if it's just, you know, kind of common knowledge. Where's my thingy? If you don't watch Sheila Zolnoor, she's amazing. I linked her channel in the description. I'm going to have Sheila walk us through the first whistleblower because this is a very big deal. This is absolutely bananas. False flag, if that's what you want to call it. And then we're going to talk about the Mar-a-Lago makeover. And, you know, we've been on this Erica, Kirk, Charlie clan kick for a little bit. So we're going to follow up because there's some news today about her very suspect activities. Remember, folks, I try to teach you. Act on intuition, you know. Instinct and intuition. Don't listen to the words, follow their actions. And that's what we're going to look into. We're going to see what has Erica Clan been up to since her husband lost the gun debate by a long shot? What has she been up to? We've seen a ton of her, so we're gonna check in, and then we're gonna check in with the Mar-a-Lago makeovers. Who wore it worst? I think that's how you have to say it. Who wore it worst? That's kind of a tongue twister. But we'll get to some news. I want to play all the smart people clips that are running the country because he only hires the best. If you know anything about Donald Trump, everything is the best. So when I play these clips of very stupid people, that's what Donald Trump thinks is the best. Man, we're run by morons. Like worse than morons. Like entitled morons. You ever met an entitled moron? Someone who's just so stupid, but they were never told no, and their dad gave them everything like Donald Trump's dad did. So they just think they're brilliant. You know what I mean? It's a lower tier of moron, because your average moron has a little bit of hope of like, you know? But these entitled Nepo baby morons, there's no hope for them. You know, they failed upward all the way, and we're gonna hear from them. My Christ, or are we going to hear from them? And by the way, we're going to check in on the Dow. The Dow right now. I'm going to pause it there because I don't want to spoil it for you, but we're going to check in on the Dow. Let's just say that. We're going to check in. We're going to check in on the economy. We're going to hit everything today. Epstein files. The London police chief is asking the U.S. government to give him unredacted Epstein files. You think that's going to happen with the Law and Order crew? You think they're going to work with law enforcement agencies? No, not the ones that they can't control. Because across the pond in merry old England, they actually arrested a prince. A prince! You know, he wasn't the king, and America apparently has a tyrant king. But they arrested him. It was a catch and release program. They let him go back to his horse stable or wherever he's living. I don't know. I imagine he's waking up next to the pigs and some fucking... What are the knights? Squire. Some squire just splashes a bucket of water on the royal formerly known as Prince Andrew. He's like, "Get up, sir. You're in the pig muck again. God damn it. We gotta get this Andrew back on his high horse. Get him back the name Windsor. And his fancy coats. Oh, don't worry, everybody. Prince Andrew's doing fine. He's a quadrillionaire. Nobody cares. Is over 50,000. Are we great yet? Three Dog. I have, man, if you're going to jump the gun, I have some bad news for you guys. Shy Pixie, what's up? Steffelson, how are you? Three Dog, good to see you. Hail, all hail the revolution. What's up, comrades? You guys ready for the revolution? I'm telling you, man, there are some old folks that once you start talking about, like, we're going to tax billionaires, so they're only 999 millionaires. It shocks them. It shocks them. They're like, no, they earned that money exploiting you, you know? I'm like, don't you want guaranteed health care? And these old people are like, you just can't do that. There's so many people here. And it's like, well, we'll figure out a way. If you're going to be closed-minded, shut your hole and back the fuck up. You know, why don't you just go work until you die and let the young folks handle it? Three Dog. I have bad news for everybody. If you were looking at your retirement because, you know, it's just there to tease you, they don't want you to ever retire. They want you to work until you drop dead at work, and then they're just going to fucking put you behind some scaffolding and just say, we don't know what happened to them. And then your family will sue, and they'll pay this little business fine of like, you know, 10 grand, and they'll just go about their business like they do in America. But if you were looking at the Dow, if some reason you're on YouTube and also care about the Dow, which you don't, you know, you're doing this before work or after work, you're like, man, I traded one stock, man, you know, like you're on Wall Street bets half the day because fucking, you know, there's no jobs in this economy. I get it, man. You're trying to make a killing on the stock market like Nancy Pelosi. I totally get it, homie. But here's the thing. I don't know if you could read that. The Dow is on track for its worst month since 2022. Can we bring Pam Blondian back to testify in front of Congress? Do you think we could bring her in right now? Right now. Can we bring her in right now? I don't know why you're laughing, Pam. Oh man, I've never paused it on that old Toad. What is Frog and Toad doing in, oh my God, I'm sorry, I don't have a picture of this, but that guy looks like Frog and Toad. Like if Frog and Toad were gay lovers. Remember the books Frog and Toad? Love those books. I think maybe they were gay. That's awesome. I never realized that. That's cool, man. But if they, like, you know, had a baby together, because can frogs do that? Are they one of them species that can turn into a male and woman? Are they a fish? I think it's fish that do that. Anyways, this guy looks like it. I don't know what his name is, but good God, man. Church your face up. So yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't want to jump into that now. Pam Blondie jinxed the Dow. What's up, Cool Cats? What's up, Smoking Blondie? But the Dow was above 50,000. She's going to have to go and be like, guys, do you remember the Dow from a month ago? Why are you laughing? That's what we should be talking about. All right. I think, come on, Cat. I got stuff to do. I know. I love you too. Thank you. I love you. I love you too. I like Cat Society. Cat Society has no jobs, right? No jobs. Well, I guess you kind of hunt stuff, right? You could probably go on Joe Rogan's podcast. I think you're a little too smart for that, though. All right, let's let some people roll in. We're gonna look at Erica Kirk's face in a little bit. I'm gonna put up a couple pictures and see if you can spot the difference. I'm gonna need your help today. And then we're going to play the absolute stupidest people on the earth. They're running the country, if you didn't know. But here is us versus them. This is called Good Cop. Link to their YouTube channel in the description. I think that's what it's called. By the way, I'm Rob. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. Solidarity to all my comrades and all the workers of the world. Let's all unite. That's what we do here. This is revolutionary commentary while we keep the revolutionary optimism. I know you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. You're like, well, did you see the news that Iran says that military support from Russia and China are for them? This is World War III, man. And I always think of this great philosopher poet who spent a lot of time in college. I believe he went by the name of Van Wilder. And Van Wilder once said, don't take life too seriously. You'll never get out alive. And I like to think of that. So we're going to look at the Mar-a-Lago fake over today. Please, Kat, just give me a second. I got to like hit buttons and stuff. Until you learn how to hit buttons, you can't do this. I know. I get it. I know. You're saying like the president can't even do anything. He can't even cut a deal and the guys in the White House. I know. It's idiots that elected him, not cats. Jeez, don't take it on to me. Sorry, my cat was talking to me. All right, this is us versus them.
I ain't never seen an officer down for me. I ain't never seen an officer down for me. I ain't never seen an officer down for me. It's no such thing as a good cop. Just a bigot with a badge and a gun.
What's up, Lemony?
It's no such thing as a good cop. Planting evidence and calling you scum. It's no such thing as a good cop. Beat his wife and he murdered his son. There's no such thing as a good cop. Just a bigot with a badge and a gun. Launchers and they got their flak jackets.
Oh, wait a minute. Michael, good to see you, by the way. SLC Punk. Great movie. If you haven't seen SLC Punk, we should do a movie watch. Did they say that? Did they? Oh, don't take life too seriously. The popular quote, "God damn you, Van Wilder. I knew never to trust Ryan Reynolds. I knew it. When you're playing the same character in every movie, I knew not to trust him." Some guy with some weird cowboy hat. Don't take life too seriously. You'll never get out alive is most frequently attributed to American writer and philosopher Elbert Hubbard. That's not the Scientology guy's dad. Oh my God, is it? Hubbard is believed to have penned this sentiment in his 1900 publication, The Philistine. Elbert Hubbard. That's not Ron Hubbard's dad, is it? Not L. Ron Hubbard's dad. You know, philosophy is just a joke on all those people in the cult. Like it was started as like a joke. Like he was like, oh man, I don't want to pay taxes. Just make like a volcano Thetan religion. Yeah, that'll be good, and I'll live on a yacht. We don't have time to get into that today, but you can look into it yourself. It was like a whole spoof, and now David Miscarriage is like, it's very serious. Poor Tom Cruise. Actually, no, fuck Tom Cruise. Wow, so yeah, I guess 1900 beats out SLC Punk. We're learning stuff today, folks. That's what we're doing. No, Alma, not Scientology guy. It was a way to make money. He literally said that. Thank you, Michael. So good to see you, Michael. So good to see you. And to all my other comrades, today's episode and every episode is for all those who are at work, going to work, got out of work, retired from work, thinking about getting a job in this economy. Nilburn. I like that name, and I like that dog even more. Is that a pity, or what is that? And because it's all white, is it deaf? 3Dog, welcome, comrade. Thank you for subscribing, or thank you for becoming a member. You can support the channel too, just like 3Dog420 did. I don't take no corporate money. You're not going to hear about, me selling you me undies or whatever these podcasts. There's these Slow Rogans and Andrew Sloats. I couldn't do slow in his name. I'm not going to be Tony Heathcliffing you, on Heathcliff bars or whatever he sells. I'm just not doing it, man. I'm just not doing it. I do it for the love, not for the likes. But if you could hit like and hit subscribe, and if you want to become a supporter of the channel, this channel, if you agree with the sentiment, if you agree with the what does they say? They always say like these opinions expressed are not of the da. And I'm saying if your opinions expressed are similar to mine, support the channel, man. Appreciate you. No worries, 3Dog. I appreciate you, man. It's a pit lab. She is albino. Is she deaf? Did you guys know that most all-white dogs, they have the highest rate of being deaf? I don't know if you knew that. My friend out in California had an all-white pit, and he was deaf. Still smarter than Donald Trump. You don't believe me? Let's listen to your president. Not my president. Remember when you MAGAs used to be cool, saying shit like, not my president, election was rigged. Now you guys are like, everything's on the up and up. You didn't grow a spine, you lost it. So this is Donald Trump sitting with, who is this lady? some rep from Japan. I don't know her name. I think names are irrelevant with people in politics most of the time. You know, they're just interchangeable fucking shoulder padded suits. That's all they are. And Donald Trump asked, you know, why not, listen, if you're going to go to war, why not give your allies a heads up? And he's talking, oh, is it the Japanese prime minister? I don't know. And you know what? This is going to be one of those things where we're going to go, I want to see if you know what's wrong with this. What's wrong with this dodo bird? Here we go.
Of course, no, Japan and US are very good friends. But one question, why didn't you tell US allies in Europe and Asia, like Japan, about the war before attacking Iran?
So if you missed that, because the audio is a little muddled, he's clearly not mic'd up. This dude is asking a question to not my president, orange turd Epstein's best friend. Oh, and some of the Epstein stuff, it's just getting worse, man. It's getting worse. So just so you know, as the Epstein stuff keeps accelerating, so will the war. And Donald Trump is selfish enough to think like, you know what, I'm going out soon. Why not? You just add in your own, you know, Armageddon end of days theory there. Because this dude is just all wrapped up in his own golden glory. Jesus Christ, everything's gold in this fucking White House. It's, you know, it's kind of embarrassing. I would say tacky, you know. I would say tacky, but I don't know. MAGA, is your RV, is your tent spray painted gold? You know, when you're trying to afford gas, you're like, we're just downsizing. We're not going to rent anymore. We're going to find a patch of land and just set up a tent. MAGA, do you spray paint everything in your house gold to replicate, you know, the prestige of the White House? So anyways, this guy asked the question. He said, you know, why not tell the U.S. allies about this war? Why not give them why not, you know, a little kick messaging app or whatever, Telegram? Why not hit up your BFFs on Telegram, bro, and say like, yo, war tonight? Or what was the chat where Pete Hegseth told everybody the war plans? You know, why didn't they do spoiler alert war plans like Keg Pete said did a while back? That's the question. And Donald Trump is speaking to somebody from the Japanese media, I'm guessing, with Japan's PM, Prime Minister. Here we go.
We are very confused about Japanese citizens.
Well, one thing, you don't want to signal too much, you know, when we...
Signal? Did Keg Pete Seth leak the war chat on Signal? Maybe that's what he's doing. He's giving Pete a shout out. He's like, you don't want to leak too much with the signal. You know what I mean, Pete? Pete, get over here. Show me your bare bottom. Spanking time.
We went in very hard, and we didn't tell anybody about it because we wanted surprise. Who knows better about surprise than Japan? Okay? Why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor?
Okay. Let's see if MAGA's up to their history. It was Signal. Oh my God. Oh, my Primal screams. What's up, Primal? So you think that was like a little diss? No, Donald Trump's not smart enough to that. To do something like that. He just thought, we don't want to signal to everybody. Pete, you know when Donald Trump said, we don't want to signal to everybody that we're going to war, Pete Hegseth's butthole puckered up so hard, you could hear it fucking close. You know what I mean? Pete was like, oh my God! So anyways, did you guys hear what Donald Trump said? Why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? MAGA, I need you to riddle me this one. Why do you think Japan during World War II, MAGA? Hey, no smart people. You know, the people that, hold on, I'll tell you who the smart people are. Give me one second. No smart people answer. And if you're confused that why would he say no smart people answer? Well, listen, this is what Donald Trump said.
Smart people don't like me.
Smart people don't like him. So everyone that doesn't like Donald Trump is a smart person. So smart people don't answer. MAGA. Why would Japan not tell the U.S. about Pearl Harbor? Okay. MAGA doesn't understand. It's okay, MAGA. So we weren't allied with Japan. I can't believe, they don't know this stuff. They got to still be teaching about World War II in school, right? Maybe they've stopped. Maybe they've stopped. The wealthiest 10% own 90% of the U.S. stock. Thank you, Thorne. And they own like 90% of all the wealth in the world. There's like 12 guys. They ain't got nothing. No, 3 Dog, nothing. What's the 88 in your name about? Yeah, answer that. And then Lemony, you deal with that appropriately. Act accordingly, Fenster. What is that? Oh, what's up, Profolky? Profoic? Good to see you, man. 88, fuck out of here. Yep. Yeah, we don't tolerate. All right?
Smart people don't like me.
We know. That's why you can get away with shit like this, man, because all the bootlickers are standing around you. The Japan's PM, she's got the look,
Okay? Right?
No, wrong. Why when Donald Trump says the stupidest shit ever, like, hey, what, Japan, why don't you tell us about... No, he said, tell me, which... That's how old this dude is, He was like 35 hanging out with Epstein, being like, you hear about the Pearl Harbor attack? They're like, don't worry, can't reach this island. Anyways, why do none of these people, I guess, cultures are different, and, some people say Japan's culture is different than America's because Americans are very subservient to a dumb bitch queen like Donald Trump, and Americans are. MAGAs are just so super, like, impotent around this man. But somebody should have raised their hand and asked a follow-up. Hey, do you know whose side Japan was on in World War II, Madam President? I just somebody put his feet to the fucking fire. Make him say some stupid shit that's so wildly incorrect, that people around him have to go, you're right, sir, we did fight with Japan. Like, I want to see these dogs slobber. You know what I mean? Like, why is nobody pushing these people further? They're already bootlickers and panty sniffers for this Donald Jeffrey Epstein's best friend Trump. But I really want to see him bend over back. I want to see these people pretzel themselves to fucking, just make him sound fucking not so stupid. If you're wondering why Donald Trump is this stupid, it's because he's surrounded with even stupider people. And if you don't believe me, hold on. I think I got a picture of this. Here we go. There he is. Cash App Patel. You don't know him. Don't call him Cash. Call him by his full name. That is his full name. Cash App. Okay? And let's listen to Mr. Cash App Patel talk about, the people he's hiring to, I don't know, maybe kind of protect the country. I don't think anybody knows what they do because, this guy was like a podcaster and wrote a children's book called like The Plot Against the King about Donald Trump being a king. So he's not really qualified for anything. He's qualified to just go in there and be like, I don't know, man. I'm in my big boy suit today. Oh, his parents must fucking hate him. Good God, man. Your family lineage is fucking disappointed you, man. You bring shame upon your whole family. Anyways, here we go.
Before we invaded Iran, did you know we were going to launch an invasion?
We can get into those details in a classified setting, but I work with my...
Bro, just answer the... Oh, my God, this is adorable. Look, his name's right there. I didn't know that. They never put his full name. Cash App. Cash App. Cash App. Cha-ching.
colleagues across the spectrum here to give me advance warning so that we can reinforce.
Was it 2 days, 3 days, a month?
It was sometime before that, sir.
Sometime before this. You had done. With that knowledge, why did you fire at least a dozen agents in Counterintelligence Unit 12 that specializes in Iran counterintelligence, which makes us much less secure and safe with this war going on from Iranian attacks potentially against our country?
As I said earlier, Congressman, I don't work on timelines when these terminations occur. There are internal investigations conducted by the careers at the FBI.
He should have just said, you got to understand, they weren't compliant in statute DJT Epstein 1, where everybody must bow and curtsy when Donald Trump farts. So they had to be fired. I don't care what intelligence they were on. They're gone, man.
that highlight unethical or inappropriate conduct, and it's up to me to make the decision. But our Iran Threats Mission Center has never been more resourced. As I've highlighted, a 43% increase in counter-espionage arrests from Iran alone, and 360 ongoing terrorism investigations with Iran-affiliated
And the
individuals.
people you fired, those 12 people, they were experts on Iran, were they not?
I don't believe so.
They worked in counterintelligence, did they not?
I'm taking you at your word, sir. I'm not.
This is why MAGA thinks Donald Trump is smart. Because when you listen to this dude, where it's like, bro, you're running shit, man. You should know who you're getting rid of. And when he's like, they were experts in counterintelligence. How is nobody hysterically laughing? This is the funniest shit ever. It's a bunch of fucking bozos running things.
Investigations with Iran-affiliated
And the
individuals.
people you fired, those 12 people, they were experts on Iran, were they not?
I don't believe so.
What do you determine as an expert? Did they go on Jeopardy? No. Okay. Yes, they were probably pretty good, but expert? You know, this fucking dude. He's like, I wrote a kid's book on Iran about how Donald Trump's the best of Iran. So I'm pretty sure I'm an expert. Like, what the fuck is going? They're making a mockery of your government, all of them, at the same time. Just at different levels of stupid. So, you know, you hear this one, and then you hear Donald Trump say, like, why didn't Japan tell me about Pearl Harbor? And you're like, all right. At least he knows what Pearl Harbor is. You know, Cash App Patel would probably be like, I don't know, is Pearl Harbor an expert in something? I don't know. Who's Pearl? Have I met her? Like, this, the moron level, just, once you thought we were hitting rock bottom on stupid, oh, they just dig deeper.
They worked in counterintelligence, did they not?
I'm taking you at your word, sir.
Bro, you didn't know who you were fucking firing? You just were going down the list and said, like, he didn't like Donald Trump's Truth Social post. Ethical violation. Get him the fuck out.
Not familiar with every
You're the
single
chief
word.
director, I'm not. You should.
He's like, dude, you're in charge of this stuff. This is not me. I'm reading about it too. You did this. MAGA. Maggots.
know the answer. You fired the people. Where did they work?
People were terminated for violating their ethical obligations and the high standards.
Was the ethical violations that they dealt with the case of the classified documents that were found at the bathroom in Mar-a-Lago, was that the ethical issue?
As I said earlier, all those.
As I said earlier, yes, anything that makes Donald Trump's feelings sad, we fire those people. We get rid of them. That's how we do things around here. If you didn't hear, Donald Trump had a vibe about going to war. We're not sure if it was sleep paralysis or if it was a bad dream. Maybe he just had some cheese before bed, but he had some bad vibes on Iran and we went right to war. So yes, that's what we do. We fire. We don't care what their qualifications are. We just say, be nice to Mr. Donald.
Matters are pending litigation, so I'm not going to comment on them.
Okay. Let's get to the dumb and dumber of fucking this thing. Oh my God. Oh, shut the fuck up. Listen, Matthew, you don't want to make everything better and then say, but cutting down the president and making all these off comments is not helping. Here, Matthew, quiet, piggy. Quiet, piggy. You support a PDF file, Matthew. You always cut down people who fuck with kids. You understand me, Matthew? There's no time for like, man, you're really going pretty low on that PDF file. Like, Matthew, check your fucking brain, bro. You left it outside. You need to look for it. You should put a fucking air tag on it because you can't say those fucking things together. You can't say, I really would like to change everything for the better, but we really shouldn't be, making fun of the kid diddlers. Like, that's not the world I want to live in. I'm just repeating back to you what you said. What we all understood it to be. Like, shut the fuck up. We're always going to fucking go after Donald Trump and dissent against the mad orange king. Okay? Always. Read the episode. We'll get into the Epstein files. I'll let you have congressmen tell you what he did. Jesus Christ. I can't tolerate these fucking people. The people who are cheering Donald Trump on when he says shit like, quiet, piggy. Quiet, piggy, to a fucking female. That's not the world I want to live in, where the fucking dude with the most power in the world, backed and fucking compromised by Israel, is telling ladies that asked him a question he didn't like, quiet, piggy. Or when he's saying,
I moved on her like a bitch.
I don't want to fucking hear that dude talk like that, okay? Don't come in here and tell some YouTuber to have more fucking decorum than the goddamn president, all right? Are we clear? At ease, soldier. Now drop and give me $1 million. We're going to talk about Keg Pete Seth now. We're actually just going to comment on him, but he's one of the smartest idiots of the bunch. Not really. Leaking war plans. I really wish he leaked these war plans. That would have been fucking hilarious. You know, they obviously put a child lock on Pete's phone before this war, clearly. They're like, all right, Pete, we're going to put some hours on your phone, buddy. We're going to lock a couple of these apps because you got a big yapper when you start drinking at night. Okay, buddy? And he's like, all right. All right. Just don't send Laura Loomer in my room again. She scares me. That's what Donald Trump does. Anybody that fucks with him, he's like, Laura, go hide under their bed and pop out at night. If you don't know what Laura Loomer looks like, we're going to get into it. Don't worry. Don't worry. All right, where's Keg Pete Seth? Wait, is there some more people here? If you don't support Donald Trump, why are you saying don't fucking cut down the president, man? Dude, do you we're talking about 13-year-olds, Matthew. I don't know if you can't read, if you're working 6 jobs and fucking don't have the fucking mental capacity to read this, but this is not like a new allegation. In fact, Congress, Ted Lieu, what the fuck's his name today? Dan Goldman, all of these people are like Donald Trump 13-year-olds. Donald Trump on Howard Stern, I played the audio where he was like, I don't have a cutoff age. I'd bang any of them. And then he was like, no, 12. So, bro, we're not talking about 18-year-olds. Stop fucking, I just hate that these fucking people are like, you know what? I really like this system where I got to work 4 jobs and pay $20 for gas and can't have health care and just not going to retire. Like, let's try to go easy on these people with the billions. You know, guys? I think they have it hard enough. Bro, they want you to die. You understand that. Like, these people don't give a shit if you die tomorrow. They don't care. And they wouldn't even give your family paid fucking guaranteed federal fucking grievance time. They wouldn't. And they don't. They don't. Good God, man. Jesus. I've never seen more pathetic people like fucking go easy on the billionaires, man. They only go to Ibiza 14 times a month. Really, take it easy on them. How are they going to do? By the way, did you see there's rumors of Jeff Bezos going to get divorced? Holy shit. Do I not always say, cheers, Jeff Bezos, on the marriage? Remember when he rented fucking an Italian city? He rented an entire Italian city. He rented the whole city for a wedding. And we covered it here. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. And the funniest part was like, I was like, yo, this dude's getting divorced again. So I've been a best man a few times, and I wanted to do a toast. I said, cheers, Jeff, to a second messy divorce. And may you make this broad even richer than the last one. Because if you don't know, Mackenzie Scott is a fucking billionaire because she just had to, you know, do things with that creep. Good on her, though, you know. I don't support her, but, you know, good on her. Good on her. Get your payday, bitch. All right, let's listen to Keg Pete Seth, because this fucking dude. By the way, here's my proof. They spent $12 billion in 2 weeks. We talked about that yesterday. I played the audio for you. Where on accident, one of the Republicans were like, "So my estimate so far is $12 billion," and the lady was like, "Wait, already spent?" She's like, "I thought they said $11 billion over the next 6 weeks." He's like, "No. In 2 weeks we blew through $12 billion." But don't worry, it's not our money. It's the taxpayer money. What do you think I'm doing here? You think I do this for free? Like, these people want you dead, man. Understand that. And now Keg Pete Seth, Keg Breath, Pete Keg Breath. I think that's his name. Hog Keg Breath. His name is Hog Keg Breath. That's his government name. And until I see a fucking birth certificate, Pete, where were you born? Huh? I'm going to call him Hog Keg's Breath. So Hog's Keg's Breath he now wants 200 billion for the war. You need healthcare. You need gas to get to your 14 jobs, and then you go home and DoorDash until you die. You don't have guaranteed housing. Food is more expensive than ever in our lives. And they're not looking to invest in education to make you smarter, healthcare to fucking get those corporate insurance grifters out of it. But for war, they got 200 billion of your money. Remember, the reason they don't give a shit and they'll approve this is because it's not coming out of their pocket. Oh, no. Their Qatari fucking foreign savings accounts and their money market accounts and their crypto wallets, those will not be touched. Okay? The funny thing is, like, if we do get to a nuclear war, I don't know if they think, like, they're just going to live in their bunkers for the rest of their lives. Do you think money is worth anything in a bunker? Seriously, I would like to know. Do you think, like, having the most crypto is going to matter when they're all living in bunkers? Or they're just going to show it off? These people are idiots. Anyways, let's get to the next stupid moron on the Dumb and Dumber government.
Midnight Hammer.
Hold on, what'd you say,
What
Midnight
happened with
Hammer?
Midnight Hammer?
Hold on, he loves calling something Midnight Hammer. I'm guessing that's what he also calls his boyfriend.
What happened with Midnight Hammer, and what happened with that as well. As far as $200 billion, I think that number could move.
He's like, that's a loose estimate. I don't know how much shit we're going to blow up, but we're going to probably need some more money, and I really like lobster tails. Remember that? They had to go through their budget, so their budget would get shrunk because, you know, we don't give a shit about deficits or spending or anything like that. So in September, I reported on this that they ordered, was it 257 ice cream machines? Pete Kegseth, Hogg's Keg Breath. He really likes lobster tails and crab legs. So they spent $93 billion on just having Gilded Age meals on wheels brought to them. That's what we're calling it. Gilded Age Meals on Wheels, because they're not making it themselves and it's probably hand delivered or butt delivered. I don't know. These are a weird Epstein class, so you just can't put anything by them. If there were aliens, like if we had an alien trapped on Earth, I guarantee you it's doing some up shit behind closed doors, and I feel bad for it, man. You know, if there's like a little green man, they're making him do really gnarly stuff, and we need to save him. Oh, I didn't even want to consider that. He's fucking pervert. Anyways, so if you don't know, in September, Hogg's Keg Breath, you've seen him here. You know him from Fox News. He doesn't like have a storied credential. He's just like some fucking loser that they put on the weekends. And they were like, you got to be on the weekends, dude. You're funnier when you're drunk. And he's like, I'm not trying to be funny. It's through the acts of the thing. But Hogg's Keg Breath, I think that number might go up. And they'll approve it because they don't care about you. And none of your things matter anymore. Okay, go on, Hogg.
Obviously, it takes money to kill bad guys.
Why don't you do it for free? If you're really tough, why don't you go over there and judo chop them or something, you know? That's what I want to see. That's what I was thinking about today. Let me talk to you for a second. How's the Dow? Oof, not good. Not good, guys. Dow's on track for its worst month since 2022. Not looking good, guys. Here's my suggestion for part of a new system. Everybody got upset when people were saying defund the police. And I go, okay. We got to meet on a middle ground, okay? This is the art of the deal. Listen up, maggots. MAGATAs. Listen. The art of the deal goes like this. Okay, you don't want to defund the police? Fine, we'll just defund their weaponry, okay? They get no more weapons. You want to see somebody fucking learn to communicate their skills real well? You want to see communication skills skyrocket? Take all their weapons. Okay, that's my theory. Anyways, let's get back to Cog's Heg Breath, whatever his name is. Farts, smells breath. Okay, continue on, Hogg.
So we're going back to Congress and our folks there to ensure that we're properly funded for what's been done, for what we may have to do in the future.
Could you just imagine? You know, I wish they said this during the campaign. They were like, listen, man, we're going to properly fund some stuff. And all the maggots would be like, hooray, America first. And he's like, shut up, poor people. No. We're going to fund our military even more. I wish they had just said that. You know, I want to see these idiots cheer for it, where they're like, but we can't afford food, sir. The Wall Street Journal told me to skip meals. And I'm doing that. I'm skipping all of them. And these people be like, shut up. We need to do more war. You know? I don't know. I say if you're really talented, you do it with no money. You know, that's all the life advice, right? Okay, I'll put on my Tony Robbins guru hat. Tony Robbins is like, you don't need a fancy whatever. You just start. Actually, no. I'm sorry. Tony Robbins is a grifter now. And he's like, you got to pay $199 to be in my club. And I'll send you a video. I'll send you a cameo about what to do. But most people in life, like life advice is like, don't talk about it. Just start it. You know, you don't need to, like, when people were talking about doing YouTube, they're like, you don't need cameras set up and microphones and computers and Ferris wheels and fucking Mr. Beast budgets. You you got a camera in your hand, you just go, right? That's like the life advice that everybody gives. Why don't we start giving that to these hogs? You know, hogs keg breath.
Sure. Ensure that our ammunition everything's refilled and not just.
I'm sorry. Are we supposed to take this guy seriously? Ensure our ammunition is filled up? I don't know. Do you fill it up? Do we get all the shells and the casings and refill them? You want to make sure your musket balls are, you know, we're not having to melt down little pewter pieces to make them. So, yeah, we're going to need a lot of money. We're going to have to pay the guys to do that. What the fuck is going on? Bro, prepare before you come out.
Just refilled, but above and beyond. I mean, President.
Not just refilled, but above and beyond. I want to see piles of munitions. I want to see so much. This is the fucking Secretary of War, because we're not the Department of Defense anymore. Now it's, you know, that was the other dead giveaway. Maggots. When they changed the Department of Defense to the Department of War with lead secretary, he'll take all your calls, hogs keg breath. Did at no point were you not like, I should put 2 and 2 together here. Pretty sure it's 5. And it looks like we're safe, you know? Did you not understand that, like, the Department of War was like them telling you out in the open, like, bro, we're doing war again. We're doing it, and we're not even, we never scared if it turns into Vietnam, because none of us had to go there. So, you know, what could we be scared of? Jesus. Oh, man.
President Trump, as he said, rebuilt the military in his first term. Didn't think
he rebuilt the what? I'm pretty sure. Oh, this dude's so dumb. Oh my god, it's hurting my fucking brain to listen to someone. You know when that kid gets up in class, you know, everybody had like a fucking whole semester to do the report, and one kid gets up and he like realized last night there was a report or a term paper, and he's like, I'm fucking winging this, you know? And he's like, I did it on the war, and you need lots of money for it because you need piles of the things, and, you know, we rebuilt the war machine pretty, like, 5 years ago. Man. What are you talking about, hog?
Use it as dynamically in his second, but he had. So thank goodness he did that. And an investment like this is meant to say, hey, we'll replace anything that was spent. And now that we're reviving our defense industrial base and rebuilding the...
Oh! Ugh. He called it the defense industrial base. You mean... it's a military industrial complex? Ugh. He's gonna make me sick. Hog's gonna make me sick. The defense industrial base. Did you... I need to talk to you personally. MAGA, did you hear that? He said, we need to replenish our thirsty corporate fucking military people. He said, you know, those people at Blackstone, BlackRock, Vanguard, fucking Blackstreet, I think that was a 90s group, but you get what I'm saying. I want to rewind it. Pete, who do you need to make sure is well funded?
spent. And now that we're reviving our defense industrial base and rebuilding the arsenal of freedom and cutting deals like our great deputy secretaries here is doing, long lead times on exquisite munitions, we're going to be refilled faster than anyone imagined. And I think to say, hey, we'll replace anything that was spent. And now that we're reviving our defense industrial base and
Reviving our defense industrial base, bro. The military industrial complex has never needed a reviving. That's like the only economy in America right now. Holy shit. It's a revival, guys. That's what this is. It's a revival. I don't know how much more I can listen to this stupid moron. Anyways, you know what? Let's take a break of that. Let's go. I want to play the whole clip of the Pennsylvania Trump voter, the 3-time Trump voter. I didn't take a picture of it. An arsenal of freedom. Hold on. Who said that? Manthan, F1. Arsenal of freedom. It's an arsenal of freedom, baby. Oh, Jesus. I have so many MAGA pictures because I got to show you this stuff. This is the story I was talking about. Oh, divorce is imminent. We learned what imminent means yesterday because Tulsi Goebbels. Tulsi Goebbels does not know what imminent means. She was actually just shucking the question, but imminent means about to happen. So, they just got married last summer. When did Jeff Bezos get married? Hold on. When did Bezos marry? No, not his first wife. Get married to Sanchez. June 27th of last summer. They rented the whole fucking city of Venice. Yo, June, July, August, September, November, December, January, February. Are we at March 27th? We're almost 8 months in, and there's already rumors of divorce. This guy is a fucking loser. 8 months, and she took your dough, man. Did they have a prenup? I need to know. Did Bezos had to after the first marriage that he got. Isn't that funny? Jeff Bezos had to give his first wife, Mackenzie Scott, so much money. She is now a billionaire by divorce. And that dude married again. Dude, these fucking billionaires are the most stupid. I don't even know. They're just like more like if you're a billionaire and you like fucking have a personal trainer and you have like Meals on Wheels bring you food and you're trying to like, I don't know, be a vampire or something so you can live forever. Why would you get married? You know, these nerds, I should have got a picture of nerd Bezos when he was like, 20 and he got the hundreds of thousands from his parents to develop Amazon. Because these dudes are nerds, man. This is the whole problem with these guys in power with money right now. They were nerds in high school, not even nerds. They were like incels, They thought like they were smarter. They can't figure out what girls don't like them. And it's just they didn't have personalities. They were very entitled and they were just kind of brash and asshole-ish. They were asshats. And the whole problem is like Donald Trump, always been entitled. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, like you could see it in their everyday behavior when they're public facing, just in the times where they're even public facing and trying to pretend like, hey, I'm a likable guy, is very entitled behavior. But these dudes get money and then they think, oh, now I can get the women, right? It's that old Locke song. First you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the respect. And that's what these dudes think. But they don't realize, like, if you don't have a personality, you have no character, no broad's going to stay around. That's life advice. Write it down. They ain't going to stay around. So it's just amazing to me that all these fucking nerds get married. It's like, bro, we like just be single, man. It'll be better for you. But Bezos, what's it called? Prenup with Sanchez. Oh, yeah, he got one. Signed an ironclad prenuptial agreement designed to protect Bezos' massive fortune, estimated around $220 billion. Woohoo! Following his costly 2019 divorce. Bro, you got to at least make it a decade before you get married again. Come on, this should be like law. This agreement likely separates his Amazon shares, Blue Origin Holdings, real estate, while confidentiality clauses. Oh, damn. Yeah, he got burnt on the first one. So now this broad, but he paid for her to look like that. Like this is not how she looks normally. I'll show you. Hold on. Here we go. That's Jeff. We're gonna get into this whole thing in a little bit, but that's what she looks like now. You know, Jeff was like, we need some big cheekbones. We need your lips to look like a couple of hornets stung you. I really want to see some shiny ass foreheading. This is what she looked like before. These don't. If you were like, who's that and who's that, I would have guessed different people. We're gonna go into the whole MAGA makeover. That's how you know it's a cult, man. You know. Usually they're all rocking the same Nikes and drinking from the same cup, but these people, if you see the plastic fucking saran wrap face, they in a cult, okay? It's the new cult. And you can't get in it because you can't make your face look like it's plastic and saran wrapped. Why? Because... yeah, because we ain't getting paid, man. We the people just ain't getting paid. Good God. Good God. Raise the wages, folks. All right. I can't. We're gonna play this 3-time Trump voter, and then we'll get into. There is so much stuff surrounding the Charlie clan. The Charlie clan. I know his name is Kirk. I call him Clan because he was a goddamn racist. One down, more to go. But yesterday I played a clip of this, and I didn't think it was that fun, but it's hilarious. It's hilarious. I like when people own themselves, you know, in this day and age of the internet. When I was growing up, we didn't have the internet like this, you know. You got on AIM and people would dunk on themselves, but this is a whole new level of dunking on themselves, you know. Oh, man. All right, here we go.
Let's take a listen to one more woman who we spoke with. If you could say something to President Trump and he was going to hear you right now, what would it be?
You are a worthless pile of
And you voted for him how many times?
3 times. That was my bad. Apparently, I'm an idiot.
Not apparently. Like, yes, you are. And I would say you're a worthless pile of too, lady. 3 times. 3-time voter. What did he do to lose her? Was it really just the gas price? Like, that's where, you know... I'll play it again. Play it again. He's talking to her about the gas prices because she's at the pump. And she's mad because of gas prices. Doesn't care about the Epstein files. Doesn't care about the grifting going on. Doesn't care that he's eradicating healthcare from hardworking Americans, elderly Americans, youth of America. She don't care that he cut cancer research for children, that kids with disabilities have no more funding because the Department of Education is gone. Doesn't care, but as soon as her gas hits $3.70 all of a sudden, that's a line she will not let him cross. These people are pathetic. You are pathetic. You're a plague on our society.
If President Trump was going to hear you right now, what would it be?
I wish he pulled the mic and said, just kidding, you're a 3-time voter. You keep your mouth shut. You put us here. You know, that would have been appropriate. I got to get out in the fucking streets and start interviewing these people. You know, I'd have been like, hey, do you have some harsh words for Donald Trump? Oh, you want to call him that? Okay. And you voted for him how many times? Okay. Ma'am, you're going to see Donald Trump could see this. What are you going to say? Oh, I'm just kidding. You put us here, you dummy. You fucking dummy. You dummy. Whatever you're going to say to him, just say it in the mirror, bitch.
A worthless pile of
Pretty sure you voted for him 3 times, dummy. Dummy. Amanda Robbins, Pennsylvania resident.
And you voted for him how many times?
3 times. That was my bad.
No, you don't get to say that was my bad. That's enough of that, dumb bitch. Anyways, Jerome Powell is giving us a dire warning. A dire warning. Jerome Powell, chair of the Fed, the guy who wouldn't budge the interest rates for Donald Trump, wouldn't succumb to the power of the orange kumquat. But I've been saying this for, I don't know, a few months now. We're in a great recession. Okay? Here's I don't know, the chair of the Fed fucking backing me up.
The thing that I think good number of people on the committee are concerned about is just the very, very low level of job creation. If you adjust what has been the trend job creation over the past, let's say, 6 months, if you adjust that for what we think, our staff thinks, is the overstatement due to overcounting, effectively there's 0 net job creation in the private sector. The thing that
0 net job creation in the private sector. 0. Good luck getting a job, everybody. We're fucked. We're fucked. Don't worry. You could DoorDash. If you're in the DC area, I'm sure you could DoorDash crab legs to hog Keg's breath. This was a funny clip. I didn't take a picture of it, but this dude that's on the news that are always talking about the polling. He's so flamboyant. I just like that. He's a flamboyant old Italian dude, or old style Italian dude.
You know, I would say that this is.
I would say. I feel like this dude should be in movies. He's underappreciated on the news. I mean, I love listening to him do the polling, but come on, let's be for real, man. You should be. You're a superstar.
The most troublesome sign that I have seen for the President of the United States and the Republican Party so far. What are we...
No, sorry, not Italian. He sounds like a Cagney and Lacey, like the 40s? Man, see? This polling is not looking good for this man. Ha! Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Talking about, well, let's take a look here. Voters on Trump and the cost of living. You go back when he was reelected back in October of 2024. He was beating Kamala Harris by 3 points on the cost of living, right? Look at his net approval rating now. Woo! Down underwater we go. His net approval at a record low 41 points below.
Woo! Somebody fucking write a movie for this guy. You know what I mean? Like, he's got too much riz. This dude's fucking fire.
Water, you can't win when you're at 41 points below water on the cost of living. Kamala Harris couldn't win. The Democratic Party couldn't win. And I'm here to tell you that there's a better chance that I root for the New York Yankees than Donald Trump and the Republican Party winning when he's 40.
I guess you got to know this guy's backstory. What is he, a Mets fan or something? I don't know. I just want to play that for you because not that Donald Trump polling matters. Let's be very clear. The elections are no longer happening, I'm pretty sure, or at least if Donald Trump has anything to say for it. But the good news is these elections aren't going to save us. What do you think? Voting all blue is going to give us health care? You're adorable. The diet conservatives and Republican light, the Democrat Party, they just want status quo. They just want to trade stocks on the industries that they regulate and fucking tell you, hey, man, in 4 more years, if you just crowdfund for us a little more, I'm pretty sure we'll look into healthcare. We'll look into it. Can't promise anything. I'm pretty busy in the stock market, but you keep praying. You keep praying. What's that? You need to get a diagnosis? Oh, sorry. Sorry. All right. Let's get... Oh. Wait, I got to play this for you. Sheila, we're going to get into the Charlie Clan thing. Look at these. Look at these ladies. Look at this. The MAGA makeover. We're going to go through all the top 10 MAGA makeovers. There's a guy on the list. I love it. I love it. But first, I just want to play a little bit of this for you because if you don't follow Sheila Zolnoor, go subscribe to her channel right now. Now. Go do it. I put her link in the description. This is an amazing find. And I found, so this is Sheila. She's amazing. Queen of YouTube. James Cagney. Thank you, Salty Slay. Thank you. Thank you, Salty Slay. Nobody accidentally banned Salty. I love them. I'm not reading any of the comments. I'm sorry. If you want to guarantee that Rob sees your comment, put it on the super chat. Do not spam it. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, just super chat it, man. Salty. Charlie Kirk hasn't said anything racist in months. I'm really proud of him. Great comment. Frankie, I meant the billionaire class aren't in a recession. That is very true. The recession only counts for the working people. You know, the people who are like, gas is expensive, food is expensive, rent is crazy. That's the working class. Then you have the owner Epstein class, who owns all of your homes and the businesses that sell you food and the oil companies and all Donald Trump, Jeffrey Epstein's best friend, all of his cohorts, all of his cohogs. I'll call them cohogs from now on. Hey, what's up, Karen? Sorry, I'm going back through the comments. I know I haven't been paying attention to them. Yeah, salty, exactly. On that lady who was like, the gas prices. I didn't pull it up, sorry. It's unreal. This is how you know, like, America has a real fucking ingrown toenail of a problem. Because there's so many Americans that are just concerned with themselves. And really, Jesus hates that. You know, Jesus specifically. He wrote a whole story about it through other people. But he came down from a cloud, I think. And when he was here, he was like, you shouldn't just care about yourself. You should care about other people. There's a whole book on it. You can find it at any hotel top drawer. Pretty sure they're free. I don't know, though. I don't know. It would be free if you were in the fucking Epstein class, you know. They can do no wrong. But it's remarkable that America doesn't understand we're one big community. And when Jesus said, love your neighbor, everyone's your neighbor. And if people could just get their heads out of their asses and stop concerning themselves with themselves, we could have it better. Because then you would realize, like, oh, those people are in my situation. We should group up. We should link up, man. Are you on Signal? I heard Hogg's Pete breath is leaking the deets, man. Right, the Bible speaks about helping the poor like 200 times. Exactly. Tiny Lion, if you're a Republican, you are not a Christian. Yeah, we're done with it. You've pulled the mask off long ago, about 10 years ago now. You don't get to say, oh, I believe in Christ and Donald Trump. And you don't get to say Donald Trump was appointed by God or anointed by God, or you don't get to say, like somebody in my comments was like, read the Bible where they say all leaders are put in power for a reason. I'm like, I fucking hate Paul, okay? I read the red, what Jesus said. But if you want to go on what Paul was saying, and he wasn't trying to do a power grab from Jesus, okay, maybe Donald Trump was appointed into power by God to expose all the fake Christians, so God knows who to send to hell. That's what I think. If you're going to be a subscriber to the biblical, all leaders are put in power for a reason, then my reasoning is he wanted to expose all the fake Christians who would go along with this kid humper and fucking be like, all right, we'll do the rapture, but you guys are going to be pretty disappointed in where you're going. All right? You ain't going up to the clouds. Okay? Hit subscribe. I teach you how to think differently. Let's listen to Sheila Zolnoor. She's so amazing. She's fucking so smart. Love this lady. And then I'll show you the tweet she talks about.
Something straight here. On Sunday, March 14th, Laurie Johnny makes a tweet saying that the remaining members of the Epstein class are plotting a 9/11 style false flag in the United States and that he fundamentally opposes it. By Monday, he's dead. And by Tuesday, today, Joe Kent, top U.S. counterterrorism official, resigns over Iran war, urging Trump to reverse course. Do I have that right? Mind you, longtime Trump supporter. During his confirmation hearings, he refused to denounce the idea that Trump actually won the 2020 election, by the way. That's how staunch a Trump supporter he is.
Not only that, but he's associated with a bunch of white supremers. So, absolute dickbag. Plus, the funny thing about Joe Kent, it sounds like, you know, if Ben Shapiro or some other white supremer was trying to do an alternative Superman instead of Clark, they were like, you know what, we're going to call him like the American G.I. Joe. Joe Kent. You know, that's the alternative. Like Conan was like, you know, if you want to see the alternative Oscars, Kid Rock's hosting it down the street at the Dave & Buster's. I'm pretty sure there is some Patriot Prayer group out there doing a fanzine on the white supremer Superman called Joe Kent. Anyways, Joe Kent, the funniest thing about him is Donald Trump called him weak and not savvy. Oh, Joe, you weak and unsavvy bitch.
And the day after they take out Laurie Johnny, which was the day after he warned the American public what the U.S. and their cohorts are planning on U.S. soil, he resigns his post and urges Trump to reverse course. This is what Laurie Johnny said. He said, Iran has no war with the Americans.
This is just the thing. Hold on.
Head of counterterrorism.
She's just reading his
And by
tweet.
the way, he posted his letter to X. He said Iran posed no imminent threat to the U.S. and claimed that the administration started this war due to pressure from Israel and its powerful American lobby.
Now, listen, we've already gone over all this news, but that tweet and what Sheila brings up, and again, please go follow, subscribe, watch Sheila's stuff. Amazing, amazing creator. Just like, what's the other one? The Dre dossier. Amazing creators. I always try to turn you on to some new stuff. If you already know it, you know. If you don't, now you know. The more you know. Let's hit it once for my Zennials. But I did link her video in the description, so you can watch that on your own time. We got some fun stuff to get into. Should we do, I want to do some Erica Kirk stuff, Erica Clan, and then we'll get into the Epstein if we have time, okay? Hold on, let's do a quick check-in on the Dow.
I don't know why you're laughing. That's what we should be talking about. The Dow right now
is having its worst month since 2022. I don't know why you're laughing. Everybody's gonna be broke. No, I'm just kidding. The Dow doesn't affect none of us. Good try though, Plam Bombi. All right. There's some stuff going on with Erica Clan. Some dirt, man. We're gonna get into it. We don't really dig into the dirt here too often. We're usually just having the yayas and the ha-has and the hoo-has and the fun-funs, or whatever you want to say. Here it is. I didn't do the headline. I just screenshotted this because, you know, I can only have so much Erica Clan on my phone. Jesus. King James, the gay witch hunter. What is that? I'm missing some of the comments. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Not Stephenson. Not only is Trump not the person you want in power in times of war, you don't want him in power in times of, like, good. He's incompetent in everything. There isn't one thing. Here's some life advice. When somebody's like, I'm the best at everything ever, like, that's impossible. You know what I mean? Like, Michael Jordan couldn't even say that. Watch him play baseball. You know what I mean? No. Did anyone confirm the audio leak when Trump's crashing out about the e-files? Like, he'll go to war? That was fake. I heard that a long time ago. That was fake. Lemony, read my recent comments and laugh at my jokes so I can be validated. See, that's the kind of humor I can get behind. Stephenson, when anybody talks about Kamala, I don't know how you pronounce that, and personally I just don't give a shit. She was the top cop in California, put a lot of black dudes away for weed crimes. Fuck her. But here's the thing. There was only one non-pervert party running, and you always vote against the perverts. You know what I mean? Remember when MAGA used to, like, try to be cool? They were like, hey, man, murk your local PDF file, you know, and they had the bumper stickers. They were all proud. They were saving the kids, you know. Yeah. I don't even need to talk about how she was talking about, you know, stopping corporate price gouging, and all these other, you know, great lip service, good political theater Kamala had. But there's just like one line in the concrete you just don't cross. And it's like when Donald Trump's talking about having no age to kids, you go, you know, it kind of goes against everything I stand for. I don't know. Some 60-year-old bragging on Howard Stern about how he has no age limit and then corrects himself and says, oh, sorry, 12. He was 60. Unless you're one of them. You know what I mean? Unless you're like William Eilish's great poetry song poetry, Birds of a Feather. Unless you're a bird of a Donald Trump Epstein feather, you're like, I don't know. I can't support that. Yeah. Don't they say the best way to hide is in the open? Well, yeah, that's a conundrum because they're not even hiding. You know, here's the thing. They're not even really hiding it. when they changed Department of Defense to Department of War, pretty sure they're planning wars. I'm pretty sure at that point they're like, we're not changing this name. We're not spending all your tax money for no reason. We'll do some good wars. Don't you guys worry. That's why we went to it. Oh my God. Okay. So here is one of the Eric. This is the first Erica Kirk story, which is pretty interesting, pretty gossipy, pretty gossipy. And I'll read it to you. It's titled, it's on Bored Panda. So if you're a panda bear who's very bored, this is a specific website for you. The internet has everything, folks. Email trail and receipts spark bombshell allegations about Erica Clan after Charlie's tragic end. Was that tragic? I don't know. I could have swore it was hilarious, but to each their own. They legalize comedy. You cannot get mad at me. Elon Musk, who is Prince Trump's very good boy, he's the one who said it.
Legalize comedy.
Okay, they legalized it. It's not don't get mad at me, the Republicans legalized comedy, and then I can make jokes at Charlie Clan's expense. Get mad at the Republicans. They are the ones who legalized it. Because when the Democrats were in control, all comedy was illegal. They threw Dave Chappelle in prison, and Tony Hinchcliffe, he was serving time, and Joe Rogan was in jail, and all the comics were in jail, man. It was horrible, horrible times. We'll look back at that Biden era going, all the comics they locked up and muted and kicked off their shows. God, we just needed to legalize the comedy here in the land of the free. Horrific times. History will not look fondly upon those. Okay, a TikTok user named Marcos with a K had stirred controversy by claiming Erica Clan went on a shopping spree not even 24 hours after her husband, conservative is a bit much, racist political commentator Charles in charge, when he was ass-inated. I might be reading that word wrong. On September 10th. That's why the Republicans, they never forget. That's why. That's why they lowered flags at half-staff. Not for the soldiers coming home in caskets from Iran, but for Charles, who was in charge. Pretty sure. That might have been a show. The influencer detailed that he was contacted by an employee at ALO, A-L-O. I don't know. We're working class. We don't know what this thing is. A clothing brand best known for its gym wear. Because when you are widowed, boy, do you got time for the gym now. What the fuck is going on? With an email and receipt about Kirk's purchase. In a prior video, Marcos accused Erica of marrying Charlie for only power and proximity to elite. That's not really an accusation. I'm pretty sure that's on full display right now. Netizens have sounded off against Charlie's widow amid the bombshell claims, with one saying, "You cannot defend her behavior at this point." Yeah, no shit, man, because she's, garbage. She's human garbage. Marcos began his TikTok video about Erica's alleged ALO run by saying, "I have never been so scared in my entire life because the information I'm about to expose right now is going to completely ruin Erica Kirk's story." So I got an email today from someone who works at Aloe. I'm going to, of course, keep their identity anonymous. She said the employee claimed that Erica spent over $1,000 to buy all black clothing. Oh, so she was shopping for her thing? On September... Whoa. Wait. A purchase of $1,000 at 11 a.m. on September 11th? Oh, shit. So she wasn't just picking out some hot fume gear. She wasn't trying to look hot to trot at the funeral. This bitch, so Charlie was announced departed, they say, at 4 p.m. the day before. And by 11 a.m. the next morning, this bitch was like, I gotta look good at this fucking monster truck rally we're gonna have for him. Or Klan rally, I forget which one they called it. Oh my God. And Marco said he was confused by Erica shopping for gym clothes. You're not gonna wear gym clothes to the wake. Oh my God, which leads me to believe it had nothing to do. I don't know, didn't she wear gym clothes to the wake? What did Erica Clan Where to the wake? Erica at the monster truck rally. Let's see if she's wearing all black gym clothes. Nope, she's not. A bedazzled sequin suit. I'm wondering if she has Kid Rock's Taylor. Whew. Now that's some hot goss, but what's even hotter goss to me is this phenomenon. 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 Is Mar-a-Lago face. You may know it now is rebranded as Qatar-a-Lago face. It is what Trump needs all of his... You know what I just realized? They're all getting plastic surgery so they could look 13. And it's doing none of that. It's becoming like an uncanny valley thing of all the women in the Mar-a-Lago circle. But that's why they're all getting plastic surgery. I just realized it. They're all trying to look as youthful as they can. Because America's run by perverts. PDF files. Phenomenon. They had a photo booth at the funeral. Are you serious, Shy Pixie? I believe that 100%. Ah, Kid Rock goes to vajazzercise. Holy shit, we gotta write that down. Let me take a note. Sometimes I have to take notes. Vajazzercise. That is a good one. That's a fucking really good one. That is 1,000 points for Michael. Put it on the board. Put it on the board. Put it on the board. Oh, Kid Rock has a vajazzler. I bet he does. You know, he's got a custom tailor. We've talked about it all week. You can watch those videos if you're logged in and over 18. I don't know why YouTube's doing this to me, but whatever. Please support independent, sarcastic comedians, jokers, as we were known back in the King days. I think we are now known as jesters once again because America has a king, an orange mad king. Support the channel, man. You can do it for free. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you want, join us, comrades. Become a member. Or you could just super chat the thanks. Chat the super thank you at me, folks. I'm supported by you. You alone. You alone. By the way, to all the working people out there going to work, come from work, at work, I feel you. I feel you. I'm pushing for better days, man. And gradual change means death. So, you know, if we got to do this, you know, in a very sneaky way, then we got to do it, man. We got to fight fire with hoverboards, electric hoverboards. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But, you know, we got to push back. Hello from the other side of the fence. Oh, what's up, Canada? Love Canada. Love. Super thanks. Thank you for the super thanks, Leslie. I love a good literal joke. You're speaking my language, Leslie. You are speaking my language. Hold on. Kenny Lee he said, God bless the Epstein files. God, please keep everyone in the Epstein files protected and never let them see accountability. Weird comment, Kenny Lee, but now I understand why you don't have your face in your avatar. Now I understand. You know, I wouldn't be saying that stuff anyways. Is somebody saying Holly weirdo? I know. Donald Trump is a Holly weirdo. He was on TV. You know, he was in movies. He was an elite Epstein class Nepo baby from New York who was a Democrat. He's such a Holly weirdo. Thanks for pointing that out. All right. Now, the story I really wanted to get into. We'll get into the Epstein files. We will. We're going to. Hold on. I got to pull up the article. Let me pull it up for yo. Let me pull it up for you. Do you recognize who that is? Does anybody know who this is? Raise your hand. I'll call on you. Randolph wrestler, Donald Trumpenstein. That's what his friends at the Epstein house call him. Jump scare. Lemony got it. This is Jump Scare. You know her from the new fucking Five Nights at Freddy's movies. She is Jump Scare, the new character in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, where she eats all the babies or something. Bitch. Bitch. Also, I not only would I have accepted jump scare as an answer, but I would have accepted bitch. Kenny, stop eating lead paint chips. Seriously, Kenny, it's not good for you, buddy. Candace Owens, protagonist. Yes, that is also correct. All right, we will also, if you had guessed that this is Jump Scare from Five Nights at Freddy's 3, Bitch, or protagonist to Candace Owens, you have got it correct. You have got it correct. Makeup brush. No, it's Sans makeup brush. It is Sans makeup brush. But if you didn't know, let me show you. Let me get to her page. This is the same person. This is what they're calling Mar-a-Lardo face. It's terrifying, folks. And there's a whole gamut we're going to run through of all of these Mar-a-Lardo faces. But this article specifically goes into, by the way, here, let's play another game. Black Widow Barbie. That's a good one. I like this game. I'm gonna try to block this. Oh, don't look. Who is this? Nobody's gonna get. Oh, Smoking Blondie. Jesus Christ. Don't listen to me. A $50 super chat? You gotta be kidding me. Oh my God. Thank you, Smoking Blondie. Thank you. I'm supported by viewers like you. Smoking Blondie, that is huge. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Smoking Blondie. By the way, if you're new here, Smoking Blondie is an independent artist. I'm trying not to show who this is. I want you to guess who this is. Smoking Blondie is an independent artist making music for the times. So go check her channel out. We played her yesterday. Mara Lardo face. Ice Barbie. Ah, you guys know. Damn it. Is that the lady from Alaska? Is that Sarah Palin? Sent Rob Wood gift memberships. Yeah. Thank you, Sardion. Oh, hold on one sec. I know you guys cheated. I know you cheated. I know you guys cheated. Okay? Because it's right there. That's Christy Nome. That's Christy Nome. That is Christy Nome. That's bananas. Do you want to see what she looks like now? Oh, this fucking dog. Hold on. We cheated. Thank you. Cosmic Origin. Cosmic Origin, I love you. You were like so many people I know who just have to be honest. You're like, we cheated. You know what? I just got to get it out there. I cheated. This is the community I love. Hold on. This fucking dog. By the way, what was it? Oh, yeah. Kid Rock is at his Vajazzercise class right now. In case you're checking in for the Kid Rock news and weather by the moment, he's at Vajazzercise. Thank you, Michael. Come on. Oh, sorry. You gotta come all the way in. Go lay down. Go get in your bed. Okay. Ice, Karen. This is the craziest thing, and thank you again, Smoking Blondie. I am floored. That is so huge, you. I am so floored and so grateful. Hold on. She had to change her face so she could look in the mirror after shooting. Charlie says she had to change her face so Christy Nome could look in the mirror after murking the dog and coat. Oh my God. That is so funny. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, so everybody take a good look at this, okay? Because I'm about to freak you out, man. That's not the same person. I'm sorry. This is not the same person. I'm sorry. Body swap. This is what I hate about MAGA, besides they support a PDF file. You know what I mean? Like that's an obvious one. Where is the shaman queen? You know, the guy who went to the prison and his mom yelled at everyone and said, he's vegan, he can't have bologna. Where are like the QAnon Charmin Buffalo Club? What was the Fred Flintstone? Wild Buffaloes or whatever? Like, where are these conspiracy theories? You know, like this is not this person. I'm sorry. These are not the same people. This is no. What did you do with the real Kristi Noem? Did you give her the dog treatment? Tell us. Cause like somebody was like, is that the Alaska lady that could see Russia from her window? You know what I mean? Like, bro, this is not the same person. Where are the conspiracy theorists? Oh my God. Okay, jump scare. Hey! Oh my God. What are they rebooting Gremlins 2? Is that the lady from Gremlin from Gremlins 2? Jesus. Oh my God. Why are they doing this to themselves? Here's the thing, folks. We're living through history. Not just because, you know, there's a PDF file in the White House starting Rogue Wars, just not release the other half of the Epstein files, which we're going to get to the London police asking the U.S. if they could give them some of the evidence. Not going to happen, man. You better be careful. You might get bombed. But we're living through this historical time where, you know, here's something. Now, I don't know how true it is, but I was told this and I believed it. That cars, when you would get in, the roof was bigger because men always used to wear these top hats and bowling hats and, I don't know, fezzes. I don't know what they wore. You know, like men in America used to. Everyone, if you were going to dress up fancy, that's why I say, like, wearing a suit and tie is irrelevant. Look at over the ages when Grug first had his meeting. He was wearing a loincloth, you know. Jesus wearing robes and sandals. So, you know, we could make our own mark in history. And what these people are doing is they're going to make kids in the future that have to learn through their cyber chips understand that this was a time marked by plastic faces. And they're going to be like, why did they put plastic in their faces? You know, and that's really going to be one of the defining things of like who was MAGA and who was not. You know, don't worry, Kenny Rogers. Well, wait, is Kenny Rogers one of the good guys? You ever seen his face? He should have called Kid Rock's Taylor. Hold on. So let's start. I already did this. This is Lawrence Sanchez. You might know her from this Tupperware face because she is it's imminent that she might be divorcing Jeff Bezos, which 8 months. All those yachts and renting out Venice and all that stuff couldn't keep you married to Jeff Bezos. What does that say about him? My Christ. Ladies, sound off. A bunch of Tupperware faces. It got scary with the gambler. Steven. That's the same guy who played Jim Carrey recently. I'm not diving into the Jim Carrey stuff. I'm not diving into the Jim Carrey stuff. I'm not. As far as I know, the Jim Carrey thing is him doing some kind of a Truman Show IRL. Like he sent somebody else out to be. I don't want to do the Jeff Bezos. I mean the Jim Carrey thing. Let's stay with Jeff Bezos' soon-to-be second ex-wife. This is what she used to look like. Now this is a phenomenon they're calling phenomenon. Phenomenon. Good luck getting that out of your head later. Okay, good luck. But this is a phenomenon. They're called phenomenon. Damn it. Got myself. Phenomenon. Good luck saying the word phenomenon later and not thinking that. You know what I mean? You'll see. I manifested it. They're calling it Mar-a-Lardo face, where you want all the fat sucked out of your face and put into your chesticles. I don't know. The mummet. Listen, Jim Henson is one of the greatest to ever grace this earth. That's cold, Rob. Oh, I know. And you're welcome. Was she a Diane? Don't you dare. Was she? She began her as a desk assistant at K-Cop. All cops all the time. Oh my God. She was a news. Oh, she could report on the news now. She'd be like, oh, bitches, it's going to be raining dollars all day long while I'm on my yacht. Not anymore. Think about that. Jeff Bezos has a little yacht to follow his big yacht. He rented Venice to marry this dumb bim, and she lasted 8 months. 8 fucking months, man. 8 months. And she was like, I can't do that Jeff Bezos anymore. Mm-mm. I wonder if she'll get her divorce in 2 to 3 days, like it was a prime divorce. All right, are you guys ready for? I don't think you're ready for this next one. I'm going to warn you. I'm going to warn everybody. Okay, just you know, if you have a sensitive tummy, sensitive tum-tums, you cover your eyes right now. Jesus, what the fuck happened to you? What the fuck? What is... So somebody looked like this, and they were like, I would like to get the upgrade. What did the upgrade include? Getting hit in the face with a tack hammer a bunch? Holy shit. Oh my God. Guys, if you're new here, hit subscribe. I say often, not just to you, to the comrades in the vanguard, but to people in my everyday life. These people have too much fucking money. They have so much money, they are making themselves look absurd. Like it's an absurdist contest. Like they were like, I'm going for the in real life fucking Pablo Picasso. You know what I mean? These people have too much money and they don't want to even be taxed any more of it. And while you're crying about egg and gas price, they're like, I want to do IRL Pablo Picasso. I want to look like my eyes are over here, my fucking chin goes like that with my smile over here. They have too much money. This is the list of the Mar-a-Lardo face, because we're going to get back to Erica Klan and, you know, what she had to do to tap dance with J.D. Vance in those pleather pants. Whew. You'll see her at Vajazzercise later. Isn't that right, J.D.? Get off the couch, J.D. God damn it. God. Somebody get the spray bottle. Psst, 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 psst. Anyways, if you don't think these people have too much money, Exhibit A, okay? Let's pretend this is... Oh, hold on. Give me un minuto, jabrones. I don't know if it's gonna mute. But just give me a minute, jabronis. Bitrate goes burr. Oh, sorry. Audio good? Okay. Lag. I know. We're back. And I'm back, bitches. So anyways, Exhibit A in the billionaire class has too much money. This is Michael and Susan Dell Foundation CEO. Her husband was the CEO of Dell Technologies. Man. Did they use a computer program? Did they use a Dell computer to figure out what her face was going to look like? I mean, seriously, folks, I'm not even being mean at this point. I'm like trying to look out for the lady. I'm like, I don't know if you go for one more plastic surgery, your face might collapse. It might just fucking collapse in. And here's the thing, man. These elite types, they're surrounded by yes men. You know, you see Donald Trump with Cash App Patel and Pam Blondie and fucking Hogs, Keg's Breath. They're all just yes men. And that's a dangerous position. Never surround yourself with yes men. When I was hiring people, I would say, listen, man, I want to be the dumbest person in the room. I want to know that I was surrounded by people who'd be like, well, actually, you know? looks like had a stroke. Yeah. So let's continue on. I'm sorry I'm giving you nightmares. I truly, like, I didn't want to do this. You know, they did it. I'm just showing it to you. Ready? Good God, man. Good God. Again, is this IRL gremlin girl? Like, how do you... Oh, God. You need parents. I feel like they need parents. I feel like all these 50-year-old women need parents. You know, like you need a mother or something to be like, you dumb bitch. You dumb bitch. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you now, you dumb bitch. You dumb bitch. Too much money, too much time in your hands. That's what it is. Idle hands makes a plastic face. I think that's the saying. Absolutely gross. Low self-esteem. Good point. Jesus doesn't want your life. He wants you to not be a bossy dink. Hold on one second. Hold on. Wah, wah, wah. Okay. This is Kimberly Gremlin Foils. I feel so bad because you can't, you know, she's got to live with that face. You know what I mean? Like when I say to people, wipe that face off your head, like she can't. She's got to get up and brush her teeth and go, I'm trying to laugh. This is terrifying. And this is the phenomenon. Dun, 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 dun. Phenomenon. Dun, 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 dun. Phenomenon called Mar-a-Lago face. Mar-a-Lago face. It's a real thing happening to women potentially near you if you're in Florida. If you're on the Atlantic coast of Florida, you might know somebody affected by Mar-a-Lago face. That's when they inject a lot of plastic. I don't know what they're doing. Trying to look like a IRL Pablo Picasso piece. Trying to go for the girl gremlin look. Did she bring a picture of the girl gremlin? She's like, I just adore this girl. Are you guys ready for the next one? Good God. We already did it, but look at that. This is not the same. I'm sorry. But you birthers got to be with me on this. This can't be the same person. These are two different women that both work at your office, and you hate when they get there because you know they parked over 2 fucking spots and they're always asking for their latte. This is not the same person. I'm sorry. This is not Christina. That's like Sarah Palin's sister. That has to be. There's no fucking way. What did she do? Face swap? What is this? Face Off with John Travolta and was it Christian someone? I don't remember. Face Off. That was a movie. Are you guys ready? I don't believe that's the same person. I'm sorry. What did you do with her? Now, this one wasn't a gem to begin with, let's be honest. But, you know, talk about a downgrade. My Christ, folks. What is happening in South Florida? Is this the zombie bug that someone had down there? Like, is something happening in the water? Is it their brains? Like, these are broken brains, right? These are broken brains. Like, what is the mindset? Are they thinking like, I know what will show people how rich I am? I'll look like an uncanny valley. What the fuck is going on? Ready for the next one? I just can't stay focused on her. I don't know if you've seen that movie Saw with, what's the guy from Saw? The mask, the dude with the mask. What's the guy from Saw? What's his name? I really can't look at that. That kind of scares me. You know, when Donald Trump said I ain't never scared of anything, we heard that audio yesterday. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'll keep you up to date with all the important sound clips. Saw. Who are the characters in it though? What do you call them? Saw main guy. Saw main guy name. The Jigsaw Killer? I thought there was some. Jigsaw. Yeah, there we go. Jigsaw. Did she go for the jigsaw? That took me a long time. Buffalo Bill's girlfriend. Who said that? Salty, fucking fire today, man. Salty, 1,000 points. Put it on the board for Salty. Saw is Jigsaw. Thank you. I haven't seen those movies. I don't know. They look dumb to me. Sorry if you like those. But also the whole time I'd be like, how did Laura Loomer get this role? Salty says they all look like drag queens. Salty, no, I know drag queens who are stunning. That is true. This is like, you know, the rejects from RuPaul's Drag Race. Like, these are the people they're like, oh, good, tacky. Get that Tupperware out of your cheek, lady. Oh my God. Are you ready for the next one? You know her as the girl that Donald Trump has a big crush on, also his daughter, Ivanka. You just feel bad. You know, you feel bad. Like, how hollow do you have to be that you have all the money, all the power, all the food, all the furry parties at Mar-a-Lago, all the classified files in your bathroom, all the Epstein files hidden, all the pervert islands you want to go to, and you still are like, I just need to look faker. Can you just make me look like I have Tupperwares on my cheeks? Do you think you could make me look like my face was wrapped in saran wrap? You could. Oh, all right. And here is the one, the only Charlie Clan. Is that her name? I'm pretty sure it's Charlie Clan. You know her from her big claim to fame is her husband died of fentanyl. Just show me the toxicology and I'll relent my point, but I'm pretty sure he died of fentanyl. It was an overdose. I know, we all witnessed it, but that wasn't the thing that actually ended his life. It was the overdose, man. It's an epidemic in America. Anyways, why do you think they were trying to, you know, drone those boats in the Caribbean? They were like, this is for Charlie. So that's her big claim to fame. Her fuzzbin died, and she was at a vajazzercise class, and she said, holy shit, get me to the store. I've got some money to spend, bitches. We talked about that earlier. So yeah, that's her only claim to fame. She's not smart. She's abandoned her children. She's abandoned her boy. Great movie. And she goes on TV with Barry Weiss and says the problem is parents aren't in the home while she's left her kids at home after they just endured a horrible tragedy of losing their father. So, you know, the irony is not lost on me of what a dumb bitch she is. Absolutely dumb bitch. He got a fentanyl OD. He did. It's horrible. Horrible to hear when the fentanyl got him. Took him in the last moments. Just show the toxicology, you know. Ready? Next. Gross. This is... I wonder if nobody's told them, you know? They get out of plastic surgery and everyone's like, oh, you look great. They're like, really? And every fucking mirror at the house is one of them funny bendy mirrors. Where they're like, oh yeah, I do. Jesus. Here's another one. This one's almost sad, but then you remember who she represents, the Twatsi regime, and you go, I don't feel bad. Because you're like, what a young, hope-filled, spirited little Florida State fucking sorority bitch or whatever, you know. She was probably hazing some kids. I don't know. Who knows what her background is. But I do know that she married like a 70-year-old, which is very on par. It's very on brand for the Mar-a-Lago crew. And then finally, I told you there was a boy on the list. Only wants to be a real boy. Matthew, I'll send you money, high school girls Gates. You remember that thing where they were like, he can't be in the regime. He was sending girls money that were in high school and underage for sex. And then it turns out like, oh, no, that was very on brand. Like they're all underpaying young women for that, you know. But this dude, you know, yeah, I don't have much to say besides, did you go for the butthead? You know, were you that big of a fan of it? You were like, hey man, I gotta really embrace this vibe. Here is the Klansmen, I believe that's what you would call them when they're all together, the Klansmen, with her unmakeup face, her un-Mar-a-Lardo'd face, you know. She obviously didn't have the spray tan bronzer in butthole orange, as Donald Trump loves. Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe it's our president. They should really do a commercial with that. Is that famous child trafficker and Trump representative Matt Gaetz? That is Lemony. How is Gaetz coked out in both those photos? Well, it'd behoove you to find a photo where he isn't. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Anyways, if you don't know who this little Keebler elf is, this is Grant Cardone, Scientologist and YouTube grifter. If you ever see his ads, just punch your phone into the future, because this dude is an absolute shit stain on America, and he's garbage. I don't want to go into it. I've had to research all these frauds, because when Tony Robbins, I would do his free course every summer, and then he brought on Dean Graziosi, and they were just trying to rob you of your money with offering you nothing in return. And I thought, that's weird, Tony. You built a pretty big brand only to let some guy who is found criminally liable or civilly liable for robbing people with a real estate get-rich-quick scheme, Grant or Dean Graziosi, which I think Graziosi is Italian for grifter. But it's just amazing that Tony Robbins just took him on board. I think Tony Robbins is getting lazy in his ape age, giant age, cyclopsian age. I don't know what he is. He's some kind of mythical monster. But Tony just totally let Dean take over, and I've done 2 videos on them. They're absolute human garbage cans, just like this one. So, you know, why I wanted to show you this one, because it's par for the course. Par for the course. You know, birds of a feather. Your mother would always say, show me who you are by, show me who your friends are, I think. I don't know. I haven't had a mom in a long time. Let's hit some news. Hegseth, we already did that. Rand Paul, remember we talked about Rand Paul yesterday? He went right after Chris Mullins, Oklahoman cousin. I don't know what his name is. Some Mullen. Some Mullen's going to run DHS, and he's got a temper like you wouldn't believe. He's got a temper like a tea kettle. He's ready to pop off at any time. And I would just say that it's on brand. Everything is on brand. These plastic-looking saran wrap-faced bitches, you know, hiring a fucking dude, Mullen, the guy who's going for the new DHS to take over old Yeller's job. He was trying to fight one of the union bosses in Congress. And I'm like, oh, he's going to fit. Wait until you see what they do to women and children, Mullen. You're going to fit right in, bro. You are going to feel like such a He-Man. He-Man Hercules. These people are pathetic losers. Oh, yeah, Joe Kent. What was this? This is interesting, because this was about Charlie Clan, too. Let me start it. Oh, it got cut off. So Joe Kent, who just quit, and he's a white Supremer, his team began investigating foreign government connections to the 2025 I Nation. I don't know, that's a weird word. Of racist activist. That's too conservative a word. It's just racist activist. He was promoting more racism in America, you know, because we just don't have enough. So Charlie Clan was out there really stumping for the whites. Suddenly his investigation was shut down. Let that sink in. I like when people say that. It's like, no, I just read it. I don't need to let it sink in. I get it. These are all corrupt fucking hogs. Kent says he uncovered more work for us to do on the potential of a foreign nexus, but he was blocked. Kent says his office uncovered that. The FBI will say that they stopped them because they wanted to turn over everything to the Utah state authorities. Interesting, because the FBI didn't want to turn over anything to the Minnesota state authorities, but or Minneapolis state authority. You know, it's another paradox of this fucking government regime. The case was then handed off to state authorities. Doesn't end there. You can read. All the requests that were made were never met. Never met. I love conspiracy stuff. You know, MAGA used to be cool and believe in these things. Now he's saying it on record. Why would a federal counterterrorism user be told by Trump's top brass to stop investigating potential foreign links? Why, folks? Let that sink in. I like saying that. And again, this is the white supremers, you know, infighting. And when these bitches bicker, let them. Let them, sister. You go, girl. You know, bicker it up, boys. Hold on, let's check in on the Dow. Ooh, not looking good, folks. Not looking good. You're never going to retire. By the way, wait, Smoking Blondie. He said school kids are just a prize that had to be paid for gun control. Yeah, for no gun control. Oh, I got the Klan clips. I got the Charlie White Supremer clips. Of course I do. Are you kidding me?
I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights.
You know, I've never agreed with Charlie Kirk, but on September 10th, 2025, I did. I don't agree with him anymore. I think he's a piece of shit and a racist, because anybody who says, if I see somebody of color walk onto a plane and they're the pilot, I'm going to wonder if they're qualified. That's just textbook racism. That's all it is, folks. That's like, you could look up the definition. They just probably have a photo of him keeling over from fentanyl. So yeah, I've never agreed with Charlie Klan, but that one day I thought, huh, he's right. Huh. What do you know? Charlie was right. Kirk hated himself mostly. I would say, Smoking Blondie, you're totally right. Kirk hated women and people of color. But we got to look. Oh, Dusty's here. What's up, Dusty? Phenomena. You gotta really, we gotta break down where this hatred comes from. And when you have a head that is shaped like a balloon and a smile that's no teeth, we know where the hatred comes from. He couldn't find inner peace, so he had to have outer hatred. A broke clock is right twice a day. That is true. But he was only right once, September 10th. Is that when he passed away from fentanyl? That was the only day he was right. Oh, you know what? Here's the thing, man. My family is John Brown, and I'm not gonna debate what racism is with you. If you're too stupid or fucking maliciously fucking placating Charlie's points, you don't belong here. You don't. The racists don't belong here. Am I clear? So that was one of the rare times. Well, I'll shut you the fuck up for a day. Teeth and gum ratio was a bit off. Listen, Mia, he could have had that Mar-a-Lago plastic treatment. You know, he could have got the teeth extender. I believe that's what they call it in South Florida. Oh, you're going in for the old Charlie. Yeah, you're going to extend the teeth. Perfect. Well, look, I love when they come out of the woodwork. Come on out of the woodwork, racists. We'll shut you all the fuck up. Hello from Palm Springs. I don't tolerate that racist shit. But if you want to show yourself and out yourself, then I will certainly mute you.
Everything's computer.
It is nowadays, sir. It's unbelievable, all the computer they have. All right, guys. I think, hold on. Hold on one second. I want to show you this. New sticker just dropped, folks. I ran your gas price up, so get them where you can. I wish I came up with that. But I didn't, and I'm so sorry. I should have came up with that, and I didn't. But I'll tell you what. You know what I'll tell you? And this goes out to all my working class people. Just play that clip for your boss when you're trying to negotiate more money. Let's see. Why don't we just see, guys? Can we just see, please? All right. Here's a little Smoking Blondie. A little ode to my homie. Supporting the channel like no other. I appreciate you. And all the comrades who joined up, 3Dog. You can support the channel. All you gotta do is hit subscribe. Hit the notification bell. I'm here every single weekday, bitches. Fighting for you. I will always speak up against these racists, against these homophobes, against the transphobes, against the fucking exploiting class, against the grifters, against the capitalists, against the PDF files. I will never be quiet. Count on it. Smoke Bloody, if you're still here. Oh, she's right there. She's right there. You need a new Discord link. I'll fix it today. Go, Smoke Bloody's right there. Go subscribe to her channel. She's creating music for the people.
This republic on our backs, they sold our mouths for their gold. Cold chrome smiles, they count the cost in our bones. Boardroom vultures carving futures in the law. They break the system and call it law. Paper crowns on crooked kings.
Thank you, Smoking. Yeah, buddy, stay loud. Always, Chromeo. Always. I've lived too fucking long to fucking be quiet at this point. Does everybody understand? I'm not gonna allow these tyrants in charge, just like the fucking storied history of Massachusetts and my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather before me. When a king even just implemented a tax without our representation, are you kidding me? We said, oh, bitch, please, we're gonna throw that to you in the fucking harbor. And there were people on the sides, like you'll see them in the comments going, I wish you would just protest with a sign on the sidewalks. And my family said, go fuck your feelings. And we're going to keep that spirit here. The revolutionary optimism is alive. You can join it every single weekday. And sometimes we'll learn some stuff. Oh, and by the way, Smoking Bloody is 100% correct in this song. We do have the numbers. Once people wake up and understand that, you know, they're doomed.
From every locked door, falling on your rain, and while our people ride on those 8 floors. When justice is so behind closed doors, they play God with our lives, but they can't kill us all. We are the factory.
Yes, we don't all speak like Matt Damon. God damn you, Matt. Cursing us to all have to speak like you. I'm a communist and proud. Amen, Lemony. I watched The Departed, and this is nothing like the Boston I know. How's your mother? She's good. She's tired from banging your father. Unfortunately, despite me advocating for the cat, APPAC divided the vote, democratically running candidates internationally again. God damn. My accent is had, kid. Wicked had. What are you, a haddo? And help me amplify my channel. You do that by hitting subscribe, by hitting the like button. Come on, let's get a couple more likes. All you gotta do is double tap the screen. Because trust me, listen. Ooh, watch me rip me yay. Watch me rip me. Watch me rip, watch me yay. Oh, is that like do the Dougie? A conspiracy theory I never see is that Donald Trump killed Robin Williams, who's very, very vocal before he, quote unquote, left. I've never heard that either. But after reading the Epstein files, I wouldn't put it past Donald. And his filthy criminal syndicate. When criminals make the laws, can you expect justice? And thank you. Watch me whip, watch me nay nay. No, watch me rip, watch me yay yay. Now I got it. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. I am supported by viewers like you. Go sub to my page. It's my name. Smoke with no E, just an N, then Blondie. Go sub. She puts out great music. That's what you're listening to. Thank you for letting us use your music. I love showing you guys new music too. Take it back. Take it back. All right, before I go, this is a message for all the working class. You need to embody this spirit. This is the revolutionary optimism that I'm always trying to teach you. Come on. Come on. That's so good. All right, guys. That's it for me. I love you. Keep the revolutionary optimism, and let's check in tomorrow. Sound good? Tomorrow, same time, same place, virtually in the afternoon? Perfect. I love you. Pay me, bitches. Yeah. That's the spirit. Oh, man. All right. Be well. Oh, Neon Monkey, good to see you. Lemony, all the comrades, everybody who's a member, all the comrades, thank you. And, and somebody cash app me. Thank you for the cash app. Orion O'Brien, there you are. Thank you, my friend. And by the way, it's good to see you. Would you sneak in at the end? You sneaking in? If you're just sneaking in, let me give you something before we go. I was saying the word phenomenon about the Mar-a-Lardo face, and I want you to take this with you for the next 24 hours until we see each other again. Phenomenon. 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 Love you. Thank you for the support. Let's check in tomorrow when we find out how much I ran your gas prices up.